So this is sort of a continuation on the bits on communication with people with dementia, especially if you're delivering activities or some sort of group work with them. So we're always looking for visual cues as well, and where are the visual cues we give off. And there's a part of the brain that relatively is untouched by the progression of dementia. And that's more the primeval centre of the brain. And that reads visual stimulus and visual body language really, really well. And it's very acute at sensing threat or reward. So we're not only looking for the visual cues they give to us when we're working with them and we're providing activities with them of confusion, being lost, being frustrated, feeling silly. We also have to be very wary of the cues that we give off, of being impatient, being frustrated, being short on time, wanting to get away. So the classic thing which every carer will learn is about limiting down choice as the progression develops. Well, if you're talking about getting people to do things anyway, one of the big things with motivation and lack of action is by offering people too many choices. And if you offer too many choices, I'm talking about your ordinary Joe Schmo without dementia, the chances are they'll end up not choosing anything. So really what we want to try and do is limit down choices of what we're offering anyway as we go through. And that's not about dementia, although it's very handy for it. It's about an understanding of how people are motivated to act as well. The other thing is in writing, I'm always very wary, try to be, of long sentence structures. So a long sentence structure would be, say, 30 odd words with a couple of commas in there. And most people haven't got the ability to remember what was said at the beginning of the sentence by the time they get to the end of it. So we need to reduce the sentence length and structures to keep them nice and short. And I'd say, like, as a general rule of thumb, between 10 and 12 words. And as the person progresses, the structure becomes tighter and tighter, less words. And I remember hearing years ago having a carer giving one word instructions to someone with dementia. And I didn't really understand what I was watching. I just thought they were being rude. It's far from being rude. It's something a little bit different. So it's about trying to be clear and precise in the instructions that you're offering. Tone of voice and posture sort of come into it, which links back to the body language and facial expressions, everything else. But quite often it's not what you say, it's the way you say it. And using sort of some level of reasonable eye contact with the person, intermittent eye contact. I hope that's helpful, and we'll talk a little bit more about dementia activities in the next video.